Have you ever been home alone, scrolling on your phone, when suddenly your smart speaker blurts out a random sentence? Or maybe you've received a text from a loved one who passed away months ago. It sounds like something out of a horror movie, but these aren't scenes from a film. Welcome to the world of digital ghosts, where unexplained phenomena are haunting our high-tech lives. Today, we're diving deep into the spooky side of technology. We'll explore chilling stories, from phantom phone calls to social media accounts that seem to have a life of their own after their owners are gone. These aren't just glitches in the system. For many, they're deeply personal and unsettling experiences that blur the line between the digital and the supernatural. Let's start with a classic, the phantom phone call. You know the one. Your phone rings, displaying unknown caller, or even a familiar number. You answer, and all you hear is static, strange whispers, or complete silence. Then the line goes dead. While network errors or spoofed numbers can explain some of these, what about the calls that seem to come from numbers that are no longer in service, or even from the phones of people who are no longer with us? People have reported hearing faint, familiar voices in the static, a fleeting hello that sounds just like someone they've lost. It's enough to send a shiver down your spine. Then there's the phenomenon of ghosts in the machine, literally. Smart home devices have become our digital butlers. They play our music, turn on our lights, and answer our questions. But what happens when they start acting on their own? There are countless stories online of people whose virtual assistants start laughing creepily in the middle of the night, or suddenly start playing a song with a particularly eerie connection to a past event. One person shared a story about their smart speaker, which had belonged to their late grandmother, suddenly playing her favorite old song, completely unprompted, on the anniversary of her passing. A coincidence? A glitch? Or something more? Social media has also become a modern-day haunted house. When someone passes away, their digital footprint remains. Their profiles become digital memorials. But things get strange when those accounts show signs of activity. A like on a photo, a new friend request, or a message sent from the deceased's account. While a family member logging in or even a hack are logical explanations, sometimes no one can account for the activity. Imagine getting a message from a friend who passed away a year ago, with an inside joke that only the two of you would understand. It's a scenario that's both comforting and deeply terrifying. It challenges our understanding of life, death, and the persistence of consciousness. One of the most compelling areas of this phenomenon is instrumental transcommunication, or ITC. This is a field where paranormal investigators use electronic devices to try and capture voices and images of spirits. It started with simple tape recorders, capturing what they call electronic voice phenomena, or EVPs. These are faint voices or sounds embedded in white noise that are unaudible at the time of recording. Investigators claim to have captured clear words and even full sentences, seemingly in response to their questions. With today's technology, ITC has evolved. Researchers now use an array of equipment, like spirit boxes that rapidly scan through radio frequencies, creating a soup of audio snippets. The theory is that spirits can manipulate this audio chaos to form words and communicate. While skeptics argue this is just auditory pareidolia, our brains trying to find patterns in random noise, the results can sometimes be shockingly coherent and relevant to the investigation. They might hear a name, a specific date, or an answer to a question that seems too perfect to be a coincidence. So, what's really going on here? Let's explore the logical explanations first, because it's important to be skeptical. Many of these digital hauntings can be attributed to technical glitches. Software bugs can cause devices to behave erratically. Network interference can create static on a phone line. And old messages can sometimes get stuck in a server and be delivered months or even years late, which could explain receiving a text from a deceased person. Human psychology also plays a massive role. When we are grieving or feeling lonely, our brains are wired to seek patterns and connections. This is called pareidolia. It's why we see faces in clouds or hear whispers in the wind. In a digital context, we might interpret a random burst of static as a loved one's voice, or a software glitch as a sign from beyond. Our deep-seated desire to connect with those we've lost can make us more susceptible to interpreting random digital events as something meaningful and supernatural. And of course, we can't ignore the possibility of pranks or hacks. A friend with a dark sense of humor could be spoofing a phone number, or a hacker could gain access to a social media account. These are real possibilities that should always be considered before jumping to paranormal conclusions. But what about the cases that defy all logical explanation? The stories where all technical glitches have been ruled out, where no one else had access, and where the message received is so specific and personal that it couldn't possibly be a coincidence. These are the accounts that keep the debate alive. These are the digital ghost stories that make us question the nature of our reality. Could it be that our digital infrastructure, this vast, invisible network of signals and data that surrounds us every day, is somehow sensitive to energies or consciousness that we don't yet understand? Think about it. Radio waves, Wi-Fi signals, and cellular data are all forms of energy. Is it so far-fetched to believe that another form of energy, perhaps the consciousness of those who have passed on, could interact with this digital web? Some theories suggest that the electronic noise of our modern world acts as a kind of digital white noise, a medium that spirits can more easily manipulate than the physical world. Just as a spirit might be thought to move a curtain or make a floorboard creak, perhaps it's easier for them to manipulate a few bytes of data or a stray radio frequency to send a message. This idea is both fascinating and a little unsettling. It suggests that our loved ones might not be gone, but are simply in a different channel, a different frequency. And with the right technology, we might just be able to tune in. The devices we use every day, our phones, our laptops, our smart speakers, could be unintentional gateways to another realm. As we become more and more integrated with technology, these digital ghost stories are likely to become even more common. Our lives are documented in data, our memories stored on servers, and our social connections maintained through networks. Our very essence is being digitized. When we die, this digital self doesn't just disappear. It lingers. It becomes a digital echo, a ghost in the machine. So the next time your phone acts strangely, or your smart speaker says something odd, take a moment. It might just be a glitch. It might be a crossed signal, but it might also be something more. It might be a message from the other side. A digital ghost reaching out through the technology that connects us all. What do you think? Have you ever had a creepy tech experience that you just can't explain? Share your stories in the comments below. I'd love to read them. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the spooky side of the digital world.